Today we will discuss to the FortiGate firewall on session helper. Okay, understand how the session is helper work and use the SIP session helper for a BIP. Session helper. Session helper is some traffic type require the more packet modification of the at the application level. Okay, by CLE as well as GUI based. Handling the FTP activate connection, the control the connections separate from the data connections. Okay. To configure the session helper is using this command show system session helper is the application ALG is the application layer gateway when the advanced application tracking controlled by ALG used voice over IP profile for the ALG. Okay. Session in the state firewall. This is a private IP. This is a public IP. Okay, and this when the firewall use the when traffic goes from this, then use this public IP. Then policy has been explicitly configured voice over IP के लिए. And this session. And within the session, understand the session table is FortiGate, understand session timer TTL, TTL time to live, and analyze the session the diagnose command, so many commands, and understand the TCP UDP ICMP state of the FortiGate when the and this like TCP user connection, TCP connection, UDP connection, ICMP connection. Session table. Doesn't accept the IP sessions and stack the canal session table, but this can be affected by the hardware accelerated. Session table is store the following information about the sessions: source and source and destination IPs, address, port number, parent, state, timeout, session destination interface, source and destination NAT actions. Okay, below this like that. The maximum current session in the new session is per second. As you see, this is a session, destination, thread, site, and the sport. We can configure the sport, top source, select source, and session. Okay. Session TTL. TTL is the time to live. That means when the session save is full, and reducing the timer maybe improve the performance by closing the session earlier. I will be very careful to not close the session too soon because this can be used correction error. Okay, sometimes we are netting the source netting and destination netting, and then in case they are define the sessions how many create a session table 10 session is at a single time. Okay, when the session table is completely full, then what happened after that? What happened when the 11th user tried to make a connection for the same server? Okay, that is a time session full. This is session full. We can configure timer can configure the we are also use for the immediately some connection where we can use to immediately terminated, and some connection used to the after the whatever we are using or not to make a connections. So where we can set the time according to CLI based TCP half close timer 120 second, TCP half open timer 10 second, TCP time wait timer 1 second, and UDP idle time 180. After 180 session is closed. Okay, firewall session diagnosed. We can diagnosis the sessions table. So first of all, first one diagnose system session. The session is also indicate the policy action. Clear any previous filter by the diagnose system session filter. Clear this and set also the filtering. Set filtering like D port, destination policies, source port, and source. Those diagnose system session filter, and then after that whatever you want. List of all the entries matching the configuration filter. Diagnosed system session list. The list word then we use the all the session table. And you want to clear a session and become a new session. Diagnose system session clear. And session table like this session table there are filtering. Uh, diagnose system session filter destination IP. Diagnose system session filter destination port number is 80. Diagnose system session list, that is a list. This is a list is indicated. This is indicate that TCP state, which is state. This is a timeout 30 and 3600, that is detail time, expire time. The routing operation, that is the routing operation. This part is the routing operation, next the gateway, and netting part. This is a netting part. This is a private IP. The source IP is netted in this part, and destination, and then destination now apply to the original back to, and policy ID. This indicates which policy you are using, and TCP state proto state 05. The first digit from the left to right, the server side state. 0 if no infection. 1 is the proxy or flow. Okay, second digit client side state, and this none, that means 0. Establish 1, sync and 2, sync and acknowledgement 3, fin wait 4, time wait 5, close 6, close wait 7, last acknowledgement 8, listen 9. Okay, like this. All the state are indicate to like the TCP state. And SMP and UDP protocol state, even though UDP is a stateless, UDP is a stateless, and FortiGate this is used to session state value 0 and 1. 0 means that the traffic one way only. That means traffic one way. That means going outside. And 1, that means UDP traffic both way. The one on both side. ICMP has no state and is always double 0. Okay, and the best practices on troubleshooting the sessions netting, or this thing we have discussed this here. Netting portion exertions, if traffic logs enabled. Okay, whenever the create a policy and enable the logs, then when the whenever the hit the policy and generate the logs, we can see the monitoring and reporting monitoring session. Okay, net port acquisition, that means class. This is the important, most important things whenever diagnosing the net class more than 0. That means indicate that the session has been rejected because of the net port exhausted. That means full. Net port is a full. Okay, this is the most important things. Monitoring net session with the diagnose command. Okay, that means we are using this command. We can use the monitoring and diagnosis, all like sessions and IP range pool, overloaded not. Monitoring net session with the diagnose command is a countdown, that is diagnose firewall IP pool all state and optional IP name, that is indicate. And then session per IP pool, total TCP servers IP pool, and this command is so the all these things overloaded, start IP and IP, total source and total CS, TCP, UDP sessions and other sessions. How many sessions are cleared? This particular particular IP whenever in the command. B filter and for the center IP. Now whenever the destination net uses, you are using a PIP. Virtual IP is mapping the private IP to interface IP existent IP. Okay, like this. The multiple enabling service options and allow the complex scenario where the multiple external source of traffic are using the multiple services to connect the single internal server and avoid the requirement of the SWIP and be bundled into the PIP group. And that's it. That's the personal part. I hope so, yeah, for this video, and thank you for watching this video.